Do you know the highest place that you can show up on Google search results without having to pay for ad? Well, today, whoops, I want to share my screen. I forgot that. I'm going to show you how, let's see, how you can dominate your local market and grow online by dominating the results on Google. So here, let's go to here. The highest place you can show up on Google without paying for ads, those usually show up at the top, is in the Google Map Pack or the Google Local Pack or the Google 3 Pack. People call it different names, but it's that little map that you see on Google when you search, for example, landscape lighting, gambrels. We have this map here. We have the top three. These are the three that show up here, and these show up for free, but these are based not necessarily on your website. It does influence how you show up, but these are your Google business pages. It used to be Google My Business, now it's Google Business Pages. It's your Google listing, so you have to have that optimized to show up here. And again, only the top three show up here, but there are a lot of factors that influence if you show up there and how and where, etc. So we're going to go over that and today, so you know how you can optimize this. In case you don't know me, my name is Richard Osterude, and I'm the owner of Epic 180. And for the past 26 years, we've been helping businesses generate more leads, more sales, and overall grow using the internet. And definitely optimizing your website, optimizing Google My Business is part of growing your presence online. Even if you're going to do paid ads, which is our specialty, you really have to have a good optimized website that will actually help your price per click of your ads be lower. So let's go and see how we can adjust or optimize our Google business page to rank higher in the Google search results. So some of the factors that are really important for this: one is a business category. So if you are a roofer, you definitely want to be a roofer as have a roofing as your business category. I've seen companies that have what they work in several categories, and they try to get the most generic business category instead of selecting the main category as their primary product and then subcategories for the other products. Another factor that's really important is the keywords in the name. Now, this is really hard because sometimes your company, like mine, is Epic 180. It The name of the company isn't Epic 180 Digital Marketing, so I have no influence on that. But there are some West Bay Roofing Company, for example. That's the name of the company, and that's going to help a lot of for them to show up in the map pack if someone's searching for a roofing company in West Bay. The proximity, I'll explain how that works, but it depends on where the person searching for the business is searching from and how far away it is from the business on that the result they're going to get. Also, link to your local pages. You always want to have your Google business profile linked back to your website. And if you have multiple locations, you want to link them back to specific pages for each location. Reviews is something I cannot tell businesses enough that they really need to get reviews. Obviously, we would hope you get good reviews, otherwise, it's not going to help much either. But the number of reviews you get will help you also show up higher in your search results. And also, there are several collaterals in your Google business page that you can optimize to, like your images, videos. You can geo tag those images. So Google sees this image is was taken or was tagged in a certain location that is relevant to your business area. Your videos, the same thing. The name you name your files is also important. If you have questions, if you have posts, and we'll see all that in a second. So, first of all, the business category. When we set up our Google business profile, it's going to ask us what the main category is, and we can add additional categories. But there are tons of categories, and sometimes from experience, I've seen businesses not select the optimal category for their business. They go after something they think would be good, but they don't do enough research to see what competitors are doing. So, something I would recommend is that you look at your top competitors and make sure you're in the same category or in a relevant category that you want to show up in. You can't see this directly on Google, but you can use a plugin. For example, I use GMB Everywhere. This is an SEO, local SEO audit plugin. SEO is search engine optimization. And we use this little plugin to see the categories a business is listed with. That way we can choose and improve the categories for the businesses we're working with. With some of our clients, we've seen that helps a lot for them to show up not only in multiple categories, but also in higher positions within those categories. Proximity is what I mentioned, that depending on where, you can't tell here, but there's actually a map back there. This is a report that shows the position of your listing or your results in Google based on where you're searching. So let's say the map is here. Usually the number one means you're in position number one. And that usually happens if you're searching from your own office. And it's going to be obvious. I mean, you're the closest option when someone is searching in from your office, so they're going to show up as number one. But as you move away, you see here it shows up as number 8, number 9, 13, 18, 20, all the way around here. It's all 20. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can optimize your Google Business Profile in order to show up closer to the top. Can it Some can be one. It takes a lot of it takes some time and optimization, a lot of work. But you can increase that and you're going to be see something like this. This is like I spread them out a little more. That way you can see the map in the back. This is for one of our customers where they're located in Gambros, which is, I'm pretty sure it's this one here. As you can see, they're one here, one number one here. So all these green areas, they're 1 through 3, and the ones that are orange are 4 through 7, and the red ones, they're way back, way behind. So usually people won't find them, but these are the relevant areas for them to show up in. So we are still working on this. If you want to make these all turn green, again, there are several ways you can optimize your Google Business Profile to make that happen. But you definitely don't want it to look like this, because that means only someone who is standing next to your door is going to find you. Another factor is the linking to a local page. And this is a very generic example. This is Starbucks. But as you can see, we have several locations. We have 3 locations here. Each one of them has their own website. So this is a different Google Business Profile for each location. But they are all pointing to the same website, starbucks.com/the store ID. That way, you're making sure they're going to show up, and it's going to help your business. Also, in some cases, if you're creating pages for different locations, different areas you service, to show up higher in the Google Map pack. And reviews, again, I grade out a little bit because yeah, I felt bad for some of these guys. Like this guy's been in business for 10 years and only has 8 reviews. That means what? Has he serviced one customer every year, less than one customer a year? No. The issue here is that simply you're not, people could have a really good experience with you, but usually they won't leave you a review if you don't ask for it. Most of the times, people who leave a review are the ones who aren't happy with your service and want to complain and want to make a fuss about it. They're going to leave a negative review. Usually, people who have a good experience, they simply, it's not that they don't want to leave it, they just forget. Something you can do is like this one here, the top result, 102 reviews. That's great. This one down here, this one's really bad. 3 reviews and a 3.7. Either they're really bad at what they do, or only unhappy customers have left a review. So this is something, yeah, there's a lot of opportunity in this area for other companies to come and position themselves here. But it's something I really recommend my customers is always, always, always ask your customers for reviews, preferably once you finish your work and they're happy, because not only the number of stars you get is going to impact how you show up here, but also the number of reviews. This client here, again, they started out with 38 reviews, if I don't remember correctly, and he created an incentive program inside his company. So now the salespeople are actively asking their new customers for review, and that has increased it to over 300 reviews now. I think is it 300? Let me see actually. No, sorry, 288 reviews. This is the company I'm talking about. But that has increased in about a year. He is incentivizing his salespeople to ask for the review, but it's nothing illegal. I mean, you're just asking people to leave a review. Now, there are some things you have to watch out for. Some people try to do what's called a review gate, where they tell the customer, "Did you have a good experience? Yes, no." And if the person says no, they'll send them to a form to leave their comments. And if they say yes, they'll send them to Google. That is against Google's terms. And if they catch you doing that, they might penalize you or even suspend your listing. And I can tell you, you can get a lot of phone calls from these listings. If you're optimized correctly and you're showing up for the main keywords you want to show up, this is a gold mine. And finally, the collaterals. A lot of people even forget these collaterals are pictures, videos. This guy's done great work, 202 plus pictures. They have 5-star reviews, 129 reviews. So this is really good. They have their address, they have their website, everything. Something like they could improve on this, they could have questions. Like these are questions usually people ask, but something that most businesses don't know is that you can post your own questions here and answer them yourself. Sometimes Google will take information from the reviews to answer the questions, or you can go ahead and answer them yourselves. And that way, when people are searching online, sometimes they're even searching for questions like the ones that will show up here, then you're going to show up first. And further down, there are offers, there are posts. So I know it's work. It's like every other thing on social media. You have to be posting here and there, but this is something I wouldn't let aside because this is one of the sites that will give you definitely the most bang for your buck. 86% of the searches worldwide happen on Google. So you definitely want to be here. And I think it was 80% of the clicks that are sent to websites are organic clicks. Only 20% of the clicks are like paid clicks. But it turns out that businesses spend most of their money on paid traffic. And obviously that's what we do. But we also do the optimization because we know that's going to improve the paid traffic too. And this is like something that you can do and have an overall strategy to improve your business, to improve your website, to improve your Google business page. And afterwards, you can start driving traffic with paid ads too. But definitely, if you need help with this, if you'd like a review, if you'd like us to review your company or your website, your Google business page to see how it's working, if what can be improved, let us know. We'd be happy to do that. If you would like to get a report on how your business looks in Google Map Pack, we can generate one of these for you at no cost. Feel free to leave a comment below. I'd be happy to do that. Again, Richard Osterude, Epic 180, and we're definitely here to help you. So hope to see you in the next video. The next video is going to be very important because no matter how well you're positioned online, how much you spend on ads, if you don't follow up correctly with your leads, it's just a waste. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of time, a waste of resources. And I'm going to show you how you can follow up correctly and fast and make the most out of your investment on your marketing investment. So have a great week.